In last video we have discussed about physical properties of metals. Now the next part is physical properties of non-metals. Now the first property, malleability. Non-metals are not malleable because non-metals are brittle, means they can break easily. They break into small pieces on being hammered. For example, sulfur, phosphorus are in the solid form. When they are hammered, they are converted into the powder forms. Now the second property, sonorous. Non-metals are not sonorous. That means it cannot produce when hit with a hammer because mostly they are in liquid or gaseous state. So they are unable to produce sound. For example, bromine, fluorine, etc. They are in the liquid form. They can't produce the sound. Now the next property, density. Density means how much space an object takes up or compactness of substance. Non-metals generally have low density. Non-metals are either liquid or gaseous at normal temperature. Lack of structure, hence being classified as non-metal. Inability to get packed as closely as normal atomic structure would allow are primary reason why non-metals will have the low density. Here non-metals are not totally packed. Because of this reason they have the low density. Means here density meaning is how much space an object takes up or the compactness of the substance is called as the density. Because of this reason non-metals are having the low density. For example, hydrogen and carbon. Next property, melting and boiling point of non-metals. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point because in non-metals the molecules are not tightly packed and the intermolecular forces are weak. So less heat is required to break these intermolecular forces. As a result, they have low melting point. For example, bromine and fluorine is given here, means non-metals have low melting point. So the next property is hardness and softness of non-metals. Non-metals are generally soft. For example, carbon, phosphorus are the soft non-metals. The solid non-metals are brittle or dull and soft as they can be broken down into a powdery substance on tapping down with hammer. Next one, conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are generally bad conductors of heat and electricity. Non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity because they do not have enough free electrons to pass electricity. Electrons in non-metals are held tightly. They are not allowed to move freely except graphite. Graphite is such a non-metal which can conduct the electricity. Now we will see in exceptional cases the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So first one here, electrical conductivity. All non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. But here the carbon in the form of graphite is one of the non-metal which conducts the electricity just like a metal. You can see here, this is the graphite, means the lead, pencil lead, which can conduct the heat and electricity. This is one of the non-metal which conducts the electricity. So the next property, luster. Iodine is non-metal which is lustrous, having a shining surface just like a metal. Non-metals are generally not lustrous, but generally they are not solid and do not have any crystalline surface. In addition, they are not able to form a stable or firm flat surface. Normally, luster is shown by surface of solid by reflecting an incident light. Since non-metals do not meet these conditions, they are not able to show the luster. All non-metals, they don't show the lustrous property, but iodine is one of the non-metal which is having the shining surface just like a metal. Next property, hardness and softness. Alkali metals, for example, lithium, sodium and potassium are soft, just like non-metals. Now the question comes, what do you mean by alkali metals? Alkali metals means when metal react with water, they form alkalis. Alkalis means the pH value, the hydrogen ion concentration value is greater than 7 and they will form the hydroxide of that compound. Here lithium, sodium and potassium are soft, just like a non-metals, but all metals are hard. And just like a non-metals, the lithium, sodium are the metals, they are soft, and carbon in the form of the diamond is a non-metal which is extremely hard, just like a metals. You can see here differences. Metals are generally, mostly all metals are hard, but here lithium, sodium and potassium are soft, just like a non-metals. And carbon is also one of the non-metals. All non-metals generally show the soft property, they are soft in nature, but carbon is one of the extremely hard non-metal. Next, the physical state of non-metal. Mercury is a metal, but it is a liquid at room temperature. Mercury is nothing but it's one of the metals. In the metals, what we have seen, the high melting and boiling point. But mercury is one of the metals, at room temperature only it becomes in the liquid state. Next, in the exceptional cases only, the melting and boiling point of both metals and non-metals, the sodium, potassium, cesium and gallium metals have low melting points. As you can see here, the sodium, potassium, cesium, gallium are the metals. But the metals are having the high melting and boiling point. But in this case, in exceptional cases, these all four metals have low melting point. And diamond is a non-metal which has a very high melting and boiling point. In case of non-metals, we have seen that non-metals have low melting and boiling point. But here diamond is having the high melting and boiling point. One difference you can see here, there are some metals and non-metals. In exceptional cases, they are having low melting point and high melting point. Now the last property, density. As we have seen already, density is nothing but how much space an object takes up or the compactness of the substance. Here, the alkali metals. Alkali metals means the lithium, sodium and potassium have low densities just like a non-metals. Why the non-metals they have low density? Because of their compactness. Their compactness is not more because of the molecules are not interacted much. Here the alkali metals have low density because of their large atomic size and metallic bonding is weak. As we have seen in the non-metals, there also the metallic bonding is weak. Because of their metallic bonding is weak, their density is also low. Now overall summary we will get in this slide whatever we have discussed about physical properties of metals and non-metals. Here the difference is, first the property luster. In metals, the property is here lustrous, means they are shining, and in non-metals, non-lustrous. And malleability means the sheet, they forms into the sheet. Metals are malleable and non-metals are not malleable. And ductility means they forms into the wires. Metals are ductile and non-metals are not ductile. Heat conductivity. Metals are good conductor of heat and non-metals are insulators. Now what do you mean by insulator? Insulator is a substance or device which does not allow passage of heat or which not conduct the electricity. Just insulator, it protects us from the shock. And electricity conductivity next. Metals are good conductors and non-metals are same as insulator. Next, hardness. Metals are very hard and non-metals are soft. Some metals are soft, just like alkali metals. Just now we have discussed. Sodium, lithium, potassium are the alkali metals which are soft. And non-metals, in the diamond is one of the hard non-metals, and except all those non-metals. Next, sonorous. Metals are sonorous and non-metals are not sonorous, means they will not produce the sound. Next, melting point. Metals are having high melting point and non-metals are low melting point. Next, density. Metals are having high density, non-metals low density. Next, physical state. Generally solid metals and non-metals exist in all three states, means solid, liquid and gases. This is all about the physical properties of metals and non-metals